Are the factors that affect the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium or which are responsible for the evolution. ठीक है, मतलब कि कौन कौन से फैक्टर्स होते हैं जो कि रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं एवोल्यूशन के लिए, और यू कैन से विच आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द स्पेसिएशन. नाउ जीन माइग्रेशन. व्हाट इज जीन माइग्रेशन? जीन माइग्रेशन मीन्स कि इफ सपोज वन पॉपुलेशन दैट इज प्रेजेंट हेयर एंड वन पॉपुलेशन दैट इज प्रेजेंट हेयर, okay, so if some individuals they will migrate from one population to the another population, then what will happen? The gene that are present, the gene present in that organism, they will also shift from one population to the another population. So this is showing the gene migration. Okay, means the gene flow from one population to the another. So in this case the gene frequencies of both the population it will be changed. जो frequency होगी gene की वो change होगी कि नहीं होगी. And gene flow, if suppose this gene migration it will occur multiple times, अगर ये होता रहता है तो उस process को हम gene flow कहते हैं. And this gene flow it is responsible for the evolution. Now next concept, that is genetic drift. Genetic drift means the change in the frequency of the gene. ठीक है, लाइक जैसे कैपिटल ए या स्मॉल ए, तो अगर उनकी फ्रीक्वेंसी में चेंज आ जाता है सो देन दैट इज नोन एज जेनेटिक ड्रिफ्ट. और कई बार फ्रीक्वेंसी में चेंज इतना ज़्यादा आता है किसी पॉपुलेशन के अंदर, न्यू सैम्पल ऑफ पॉपुलेशन मीन्स कि जो न्यू पॉपुलेशन है उसके अंदर इतना ज़्यादा चेंज आता है कई बार फ्रीक्वेंसी के अंदर कि वो एक न्यू स्पीशीज़ में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. So if suppose this question that will come, then you have to write only this, that whenever there is change in the frequency of the gene, so then this is that is known as genetic drift, and it is responsible for the formation of a new species if suppose the change in frequency is so different. Okay, now next is founder effect. Now next is the founder effect. Founder effect means that the original drifted population means कि जिनके अंदर जेनेटिक ड्रिफ्ट हुआ है उस पॉपुलेशन को हम क्या कहते हैं? फाउंडर्स. और इस इफेक्ट को हम क्या बोलते हैं? दैट इज नोन एज द फाउंडर इफेक्ट. नाउ नेक्स्ट फैक्टर which affects the Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium is mutation. Mutation, all of you know that if suppose any change that will occur in the sequence, then it results in the change in the phenotype also, and over few generations it is possible that this mutation it leads to speciation. Okay, next is genetic recombination. Genetic recombination means during crossing over of meiosis, then it results in the genetic variation. Because of that the variation occur. Okay, because the gene combinations that will exchange because of the exchange of the genes. Now next is natural selection. In natural selection, all of you know that the fit individual they used to survive and the unfit they will eliminate, means the nature select the organism, the fit individual. So here there are three types of the natural selection. First is stabilizing selection, second is directional, and third is disruptive selection. First is stabilizing, second directional, and third disruptive. So now we will do these types in detail. First example we will take of the stabilizing selection. So this is the normal peak. So now how this normal peak it will changed. Okay, so on that basis, so in the first one, the medium sized individuals that are favored. Okay, in this case when the medium sized individuals that are favored, then the peak gets higher and narrower from the middle. The peak it gets higher and narrower from the middle. What is the meaning of that? That like if suppose in a population, कोई population है तो उसके अंदर जो हाइट होती है वो सबकी अलग अलग होगी। कोई एवरेज हाइट के भी इंडिविजुअल्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, ड्वार्फ या फिर जो है छोटी हाइट के भी प्रेजेंट होते हैं, या फिर बहुत ही ज़्यादा टॉल। लेकिन जो एक एवरेज फिनोटाइप क्या होता है, एवरेज फिनोटाइप दैट इज द मीडियम साइज्ड। ओके, सो दिस पीक हेयर इट इज शोइंग द मीडियम साइज्ड इंडिविजुअल्स, इट इज शोइंग द मीडियम साइज्ड इंडिविजुअल्स। और ये क्या होंगे, अदर देन द मीन वैल्यू, दिस इज शोइंग द मीन वैल्यू and this is showing the other values which are different from the mean value, means the dwarf or you can say very dwarf and very tall. Okay, तो जो मीडियम साइज इंडिविजुअल्स होंगे उस नंबर पे सबसे ज़्यादा पीक होती है इन ए पॉपुलेशन। सो दिस इज़ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द स्टेबलाइजिंग सिलेक्शन। स्टेबलाइजिंग सिलेक्शन में क्या होता है, always the mean value it will shows the peak, it attains the peak, and the other one, the extreme ones, they are having the less value. Or you can say that the average phenotype is the most adaptable and selected by the nature over the extreme phenotypes. Okay, and peak gets higher and narrower as medium sized individuals that are favored. And in the second case, this graph it is showing the directional selection. You can see that the graph it shifts in one direction, the peak it shifts in one direction. Why? Because when an extreme phenotype is favored and the distribution curve shifts in that direction. For example, in the natural selection, में क्या होता है कि जो एक पॉपुलेशन जिसका नंबर बहुत ही कम था लेकिन एकदम से उसका नंबर बहुत ही ज़्यादा हो जाता है। ओके, तो यहाँ पे जिसका नंबर बहुत ही कम था दे विल कम अंडर द एक्सट्रीम्स। ओके, और जिनका फिनोटाइप जो ज़्यादा था वो ज़्यादा नहीं होंगे, वो एक टाइम के बाद एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे। लेकिन जो एक्सट्रीम वंस होते हैं they will survive and they will produce their progeny, and that's why the peak it shifts in the one direction. Okay, it means that when an extreme phenotype is favored and the distribution curve shifts in that direction, so for example in case of the natural selection, peak shifts in one direction, more individuals they acquire the value other than the mean character value. ठीक है, जो मीन वैल्यू है उससे अलग वैल्यू वो सिलेक्ट करते हैं। नेक्स्ट इज द डिसरप्टिव सिलेक्शन। डिसरप्टिव सिलेक्शन मीन्स व्हेन मोर इंडिविजुअल्स दे एक्वायर वैल्यू अदर देन द मीन करेक्टर वैल्यू। मीन करेक्टर वैल्यू से के अलावा जो दूसरे इंडिविजुअल्स होते हैं वो कौन सी वैल्यू लेते हैं, अदर देन द मीन करेक्टर वैल्यू, and two peaks that will form instead of one, and more than two peaks can also form in this case. And you can take the example of the adaptive radiation also. What is adaptive radiation? When more than two species they will form from the common ancestor. Okay, तो यहाँ पर एक species से काफ़ी सारी species की formation हो रही है. So that's why it is an example of the disruptive selection. What you have to do in these graphs when it will come in the exam, that you have to tell only this, that in the first stabilizing selection mean value, okay, means mean value it will attains the peak, and in the second one values other than the mean value, means more individuals acquire the value other than the mean character value. And in the third one you have to write that more individuals acquire value other than the mean character value. Okay.